What does Miracles for Kids do?
Miracles for Kids assists lower income families with critically ill children. So this is Laura Collins. She does a great job. She's super tied into the community. Miracles for Kids is also another touching organization. Been around for a long time, has lots of support.
Yes, welcome to Miracles for Kids.
This is literally the day after her very big annual event, the Holiday Tea, which I was able to attend and I loved it so much. You did a fabulous job.
Thank you so much.
So I've been to a couple charity events, but the one thing I always come back to is why do they spend so much on these events? How is that beneficial to spend big money on a big event?
Such a great question, and you are not alone.
Okay.
You got to look at it like this. When you sell cookies for your nonprofit,
Yeah, bake sale, classic.
classic bake sale, you're going to raise a couple $100s. But you do something, a golf tournament, you do a pickleball tournament, you'll do a gala, you'll get more attention, and now you're going to up the ante for how much you could bring in. I once went to a gala at the Beverly Hills Hotel. Really lovely location, venue, and that particular nonprofit also had other very eager donors that attended, and they raised in one night over $1 million.
That's a lot of cookies.
That's a lot
Yeah,
of cookies
that's
that
a
you
lot
have
of
to
cookies.
Exactly.
Okay, I get it.
Right?
I get it.
So Miracles for Kids supports low-income families with a child with critical illness. Our families are at or below the poverty level. Some of the ways we support them is through a monthly bill pay program.
What is the bill pay program?
It's a great service that Miracles for Kids provides to the families. So God forbid anybody experiences this type of event that happens in their lives. They have to literally quit their jobs to be with their child,
Yeah.
take them to hospital appointments, doctor's appointments, do the caregiving around the clock. So you start falling behind on paying your bills because you're no longer receiving an income. So if you get plugged in with Miracles for Kids, you are getting that service, which they take on your bills and help you pay your bills.
That's unbelievable.
Isn't that great?
Come on.
I know.
I love it.
I know.
They have an opportunity to meet with a therapist to talk about some of the challenges that they're going through. So if it's mom or dad or the patient or even a sibling that wants to talk over, their feelings, it's a lot on these kids to miss school, be in the hospital, see the doctors, have surgeries. So the kids really go through a lot, and in turn the families do as well.
How do you stay strong for these families?
They're strong. I see them and they're strong, and then they keep going. With our women's network, we have a lot of events. Of course, we all like to get together and stay connected, and we usually invite a mom to come and speak. Hearing these ladies give their story of the journey with their child is just so inspiring. How can you not be strong for them? So
Right.
That's sort of how it's hard.
It's hard.
There's moments where it's really hard because
Right.
some of the things that their kids go through is just, it's
too much.
really difficult. But they rise above and they stay strong because they want to keep fighting for their child.
We have a humble donation on behalf of Investors Philanthropic. I would like to hand it off to you.
Oh my goodness, thank you
Of
so much. This
course,
is incredible.
of course.
Thank you so much, Valentina.
We feel it's very important to give whatever we can.
Joy of Giving has done so much for our organization, and we
thank you.
appreciate all of the support. Our Adopt a Family program, that is coming up. In fact, we're right smack in the middle of it. Most of our volunteers shop and adopt a family and shop for our families. And they don't just shop for the patient, they shop for the entire family.
Yeah.
So siblings, mom, dad, if grandma lives in the house, we shop for her as well. And it's a little bit more personal. We know their shoe size, their favorite color, their favorite sports team.
That's
so we
nice.
really get to know the families, and I think that's just what makes it so special. So we have many volunteers that come and help wrap gifts. It's so meaningful, and they just pack everything up, and they'll take 3 or 4 families and they'll deliver to them and actually physically meet the family in person and be able to give those gifts. And some of the feedback we've heard over the years is many of our families deliver very close to Christmas and at the holidays, and they'll go into their apartment or home and see that there's no other gifts under the tree.
Right.
And that just really strikes our heart. So it's just so important to continue to adopt these families.
Yes.
This year we'll adopt over 400 families.
Oh, wow.
Which is really wonderful, and we just want to keep the cheer in the home because they are going through some really heavy circumstances.
Absolutely. And are they referred to from the hospitals? Is that how they find out?
The process is usually the child is seen at one of the hospitals that we serve. So once the caseworker meets with with the family, they offer them some support and they say, here are some organizations that can help.
Okay.
Miracles for Kids is usually at the top of the list since we cover so many different areas,
Yes.
including housing, baskets and boxes. We do those monthly for our families. Boxes filled with essential items and just household needs and things that they don't have to cover.
Wow.
I'm seeing a lot of generosity. I know people want to do good.
65% of American households that make 100K or less are donating to charities.
65%.
We really step up when the time arises, and we really have this giving back ethos that you wouldn't normally see on your everyday news reels or channels or whatnot, but it's there.
So what about families that make over $100,000?
Nearly 100% are giving back to charity.
No kidding.
Yes.
Hey, we're doing okay.
We're a charitable country.
Go America.
Also have Miracle Manor 1 and Miracle Manor 2. So we
That's
also
great.
house our
Yeah.
families as well.
When did that happen?
We've had Miracle Manor for quite some time, and we just recently acquired Miracle Manor 2 last year, and we house about 22 families.
Wow.
That includes the patient and their siblings, mom and dad. So those are right near Chalk Hospital.
Yes.
Makes it very important for families get near the hospital, especially for the kids that have those regular treatments.
Right,
So
absolutely.
it just makes it so much easier for them.
Especially if they're coming from a far distance and they're close to the hospital.
Yes, yes. They are apartment homes, and we furnish those for them. That's where they live for a year up to 2 years.
All good works, all helping
All
in what,
good work.
yeah.
Yes, definitely.